Hey, I'm Takara Sullivan. Welcome to step 2 of the frizz-free method, which is learning to round brush your hair. I have 4 different round brushes to share with you. The first one is the traditional one that you usually see in the salon that most stylists use. This is a ceramic one. This is by Olivia Garden. It is ceramic plus ionic. This is what I use on all of my clients. This is what I use on my hair. This is what I was trained on. The one that I was trained on was actually a little bit smaller in diameter and a little bit shorter, but when this huge one came out, it was a game changer. So I highly recommend this if you are a stylist and you have been round brushing for a while, or if you have been round brushing your hair for a while and you're using a different one, but you know how to pull tension and you know how to lock a round brush, this is the one that you are going to want to choose. If you have tried to round brush before and it has been really frustrating for you and you've given up because you don't know how to lock it in and it just seems to fall out of your hair, then I have the perfect solution for you. These are from the Ensemble line by Jess Halleck. This is the treble, this is the alto, and these are boar bristle brushes. This white one, the treble, is used for if you have fine to medium texture. I use, for my hair type, which would be medium to coarse, the black one, which is the alto. You just put your hair in this thing, make sure that you can see the bristles through it, and then you just pull this down, following your hair strand with the hair dryer. And that is so much tension. Let me tell you the reason why I use this one instead of this one in the salon. It is because I have muscle memory. I have been trained. I can't not pull tension because it is ingrained in my muscles in my hand. The alto pulls so much tension by itself that when I am just mindlessly blow drying hair, I will try to twist this to create more tension and my hand fatigues like crazy. These ones are game changers for those of you who do not know how to pull tension with a round brush. This will save and change your life. So fine to medium, medium to coarse hair. Okay, the last round brush that I want to show you is the Longe Le Volume. This one is such a cool concept, okay? This is for people who do not want to maneuver a blow dryer and a round brush simultaneously because maybe you just cannot get the movement down. Maybe it's hard for you to switch hands with the round brush and the blow dryer. I will tell you though, if you have difficulty with that, having something like this where you can set your blow dryer down and you can put your hair in with both hands and you know it's gonna have tension and then you can just switch hands. It's a really good alternative. And I will tell you that a round brush and a blow dryer, once you can maneuver it and get the technique down, is going to give you smoother, straighter hair than with the Le Volume, okay? But if you don't want to master that, this is such a good option. And one thing that I want you to notice, my hair is 100% dry. The reason being is because we are now only eliminating frizz. We're not eliminating texture. And you might have seen tutorials where girls go in with the Le Volume and their hair is completely sopping wet. And that makes me cringe. Our hair, because it is curly, is the most delicate and fragile hair type. So we're already at a disadvantage for damage. Everybody's hair, when it is wet, is in its most fragile state. So you put delicate curly hair with wet hair, and that is when it is most prone to breakage. Now, if you're like me, you've decided to put any sort of lightener on it, that really breaks down the bonds and makes your hair so much weaker. And when you go in with this, your poor hair is so sad. You're just doing a lot of damage to it, okay? So when I see those videos, it just... and they're probably damaging their hair because it's just so much more elastic when it's wet. It stretches more when it's wet. That's why when your hair dries, it shrinks up a little bit, but it also becomes a lot stronger when it's dry. So please, if you have curly hair, and especially if you have chemically treated hair, dry your hair all the way, okay? At the very least, dry it 75% of the way, all right? All right, good deal. Let's get started. I'm going to section off my hair, and this is the way that I do it. I section the first part into a mohawk section. They don't have to be perfect. And then I'm gonna clip that off with one of my Ensemble gator clips. The next piece that I'm going to section is from the top of your head, right behind your ear, just continuing that line from where we stopped at the mohawk section. So we're gonna section that part, and then we're gonna section this side just the same way. You're gonna take these two pieces and clip them up. And so the method to this madness is that we're clipping everything up, and we're gonna start in the back, and as you finish a section, you can just easily unclip the next section and it'll drop. You don't have to turn off your blow dryer, you don't have to set down your round brush or your blow dryer. So you'll just clip this one up on top here. We're gonna take a section right here. Put that up. And then we'll do one more right here. And we're gonna start with this section down here. So I'm going to film this facing forward because I always pull my hair forward when I round brush. I never round brush behind me because that exhausts my back and my arms. And so it's much easier to keep my elbow down and start this way. So this is the easiest way. I'm gonna start with the treble. I want you to see the difference that this round brush does versus the alto on my hair. Insert the round brush at the root, and you're going to pull with your other hand, tension, and this is going to lock the brush in. You can rotate it slightly, and that will also lock it in. I want it to be this tight, this much tension, so that when you drop your hand, the brush is still in there, you can shake your head, and it's in there really secure and really good. So we took this section and we just split it in half. We're gonna do this half with the treble, and we'll do the other half with the alto. Round brushing should feel a little awkward if you've never done it before, but I want you to try both hands to see which is most comfortable. If you want to take your blow dryer, this would be my right hand, and follow it this way and pull with your left on the brush, do that if that feels good. You can also see if it feels better to put your left hand in charge of the blow dryer and your right hand in charge of the round brush and pull this way. The main thing that I want you to remember is we're not putting the blow dryer like this, perpendicular to the hair strand and to the brush, because this is going to cause heat damage to your hair. There's nowhere for this airflow to escape, so it's going to burn up your motor and it's going to damage your blow dryer, and it's just really damaging on your hair, so we're not gonna do that. We are going to instead think parallel. Let's be parallel to our hair strand. We are going to come down, and right here at the base, since we did do step one, it's not that frizzy, so you don't have to worry so much about getting in there really good to the root. That's why we did step one. With this, all you have to worry about is, now that it's locked in, pulling tension and then gliding down the hair strand like this. And you can put the dryer, this part of it, touching your hair strand. You just want to make sure that it's vented so that the air is escaping. So you'll come down like this and just follow this hair strand. And what you can do when you get to the end is twist slightly. Don't twist too much because this pulls so much tension. Twist slightly and then really let the heat get on those ends to smooth them. Okay, let me show you. So that's what the treble does for my hair. Let me show you what the alto does. You can see how much more the alto goes in and smooths my hair. So this is definitely for a finer texture, okay? I did the exact same thing, and this is the alto and this is the treble. So find a medium, medium to coarse. One thing that is really cool is as you are heating up these bristles, they flex a little bit more. They become a little bit softer and not so rigid. And so you can really get in there and bend and smooth your hair strand once it's heated up. I'm going to drop my next section and I'm going to show you with the Olivia Garden. So I can feel the difference between a round brush strand and a frizzy strand. You probably can too, but if it's difficult for you, clip this up. I don't want you to go and put so much heat on it that it's overkill with heat, okay? So clip it up if you can't feel the difference. I want to show you a locking technique and how it looks different with the Olivia Garden with the ceramic round brush versus a boar bristle brush. You can't just push it down and expect it to stay. See how it falls out of there? So that's the biggest difference between the boar bristle and this one. You have to know how to lock it. So you have to come in and then you have to rotate it and you have to lock it to pull tension, and then it's not gonna fall. What you wanna be sure of is that you're elevating your top section. You don't want it to be sitting down here because your round brush is going to pick up hair from both sides. And this is how you get your round brush locked and tangled into your hair. And that's when it becomes a problem. So no matter if it's the boar bristle or if it's the Olivia Garden or if it's the Lange, it doesn't matter. You have to elevate this section to make sure that you're not catching this hair down here. If you're really worried about it, you can take a clip and you can clip this hair out of the way, okay? So that you don't catch it. That was a lot of twisting, a lot of turning. We're gonna take this section and we're gonna do the Lange blow dryer with it. So the way that you turn this on is at the base, you just twist it. I twist it to the highest power because I need the most heat, and the airflow is gonna come out of here and heat up the ceramic plates, and it's going to heat up the boar bristles and the nylon tips, and then we're just gonna go in. And this one doesn't have as much tension as the alto and the treble, so you're gonna come in, same thing with this, elevate this so that it's not getting any of this hair down here. You're going to be able to pull tension with your other hand though that's not holding the blow dryer, and you're gonna be able to create that tension and really push it against the ceramic plates to help it heat up and get hot enough to eliminate that frizz. You can see that once you learn how to master the round brush, it is so much smoother than what you can even get with the round brush blow dryer. But like I said, this is still helping to take out a lot of that frizz. And if you cannot maneuver the round brush and the blow dryer, this is still a really good alternative. You can drop the next one. Instead of going off to the side like this, I like to create body and volume. And so I will round brush going up. All right, we're gonna move on to the front sides. So if it is easier for you to split this in half like this and clip this up and out of the way, do that. Okay, so that is in there really nice and tight. Ease of use, seriously, the volume is so easy to use. Okay. I'm gonna keep my bangs out of this. Clip these bad boys to the side. Okay, I'm not gonna do my bangs because I like to do my bangs with the flat iron, but look at all of this body and volume. Look at how smooth and straight the hair is. Okay, from here you have a few different options. You can just leave your hair as it is if you like the body and the volume. One thing that I would recommend is using a oil on your ends, and this is the dry conditioner from Jasmine Ray. From her hair training line, this is step number 3. This is such a fine mist that all you have to do is just hold up your hair. You want to spray it from your mids to your ends, not at your roots. And look at how shiny your hair is. It's perfect. Congratulations, you just completed step number 2 of the frizz-free method, which is round brushing your hair. Was it a little difficult? If this is your first time doing it, that is completely normal. Remember, it took me years to be able to do this. Round brushing is definitely an art, and it's a difficult one. So I don't want you to get discouraged if this was your first time and it was just really hard, okay? Trust me, it just takes time and it takes practice and you're gonna get it. But if you've done this a few times and you've watched the video over and over and you're just not getting it, please reach out to me on Instagram, shoot me a message. I will get back to you and I will help you try to figure out what's going on so that we can fix it. Also, if you have wins, I wanna know those too. So send me a picture of what your hair looks like. I am here cheering you on. You got this. I will see you in video number 3, which is how to style your hair with a hot tool.